Hi everybody, Miles here, the golf professional at Southwick Park Golf Club. I just wanted to take you out to the fifth here. I think one of the most underrated holes at Southwick Park because it's got a few little quirks to it and some things that are on this hole that are not on any of the other holes on the course, right? So it's 344 from the back tee here, so not a super long hole. I think most of you will be able to reach into. In the summer, definitely a case for a safer tee shot, but I actually think this is a hole for driver. It's nearly always into the wind. It's into the wind today, and I'm just going to try and knock one up here. I've had a one-hole warm-up. I've just slipped in front of there's this Mizuno Team Scramble on today, so yeah, I'd love to see the scores at the end of that. There's 84 odd people from other golf clubs that I bet the winning score is something unbelievable. Yeah, golf polices itself, and it's all down to your own honesty, remember that. Okay, so I'm going to whack my driver down here. Hopefully I can get something away. I've had, yeah, a couple of 7-woods down the fourth to warm up, and then I just want to talk you through the hole and tell you why I think it's so good. Right, so let's see if we can get something into play down here. And that, my friends, is a beauty. Right, that's as good as I can hit it. Right, should we do it in one take, save me doing any editing? Yeah, we should, I suppose. I was in the, let me just stick my stuff away. I was in the sim room yesterday. TaylorMade demo day, which is always good. Ollie from TaylorMade, who is my inside man at TaylorMade, who comes and does the fittings, just his knowledge is incredible of, well, all sorts of things, especially shaft and shaft profiles. So a couple of interesting sales. One of my old assistants came because he wanted a new driver. He ended up with a £250 shaft upcharge plus VAT on his driver. So God knows what that's going to cost him anyway. But yeah, and Dave in the shop wanted a 5-wood, had a really good fitting, tried out some different shafts, ended up with a nice X-Flex in his new 5-wood. So yeah, thank you all the people that came, Tony Bell and Alistair Gilchrist, and who else came? Owen Tull and Steve Mullins. So all those boys had fittings yesterday with the TaylorMade guy, and there is no pressure to buy. You just come and see what he has to offer and take his advice. Yeah, really, really, really good. So yeah, excellent. Yeah, that's about it really. And I was just, so fifth, the reason why I think it's a good hole, it's got this alleyway of trees to hit between. They have been narrowed out by the greenkeepers because they were working on airflow and stuff like that and bringing it in a little bit. So it's not so visually intimidating as it was because the trees were a bit narrower together. But it's, yeah, really good. So one of the first interesting things about this hole is this fairway bunker. There's obviously not very many long fairway bunker shots. I know there's one on 8th, probably a similar yardage. So we'll ignore my ball down the fairway for a minute, and I'm going to go and drop one in this fairway bunker. Beautifully positioned bunker, you know, with 150 to go. That is in a good place. Let me just lob one in. Lob one in. Ish. So let's talk about fairway bunkers. Congratulations to all the Mizuno people that have played today, because either no one's been in this bunker once. My phone went a bit funny. So yeah, chuck that ball in there. I don't know if you caught what I was saying because I haven't seen the first part of the video, but yeah, no one's been in this bunker because it's a Texas Scramble. So I've got a nice unused one. Right, here we go. So I'm going to just have a whack with my 8-iron just to talk about fairway bunkers and things like that. Obviously we need to take less sand in this fairway bunker to cover the yardage. So I've got about 145, so it's into the wind. So maybe this 8 won't get me all the way to the back of the green, but I'd like to think it'll get me on. So one of the other unusual things about this hole is the step in the green. So whenever you're on the tee, try and have a look where the flag is, because that might make some of your decisions about what you're going to do next and how far up the fairway you need to be. It's tricky, this pin position, because it's right at the back. So I'm going to hopefully get this 8-iron on the green. If I don't, I don't. But yeah. So just fairway bunkers, you need to take a little bit less sand. The way I do it is stand a little bit taller. I make sure that I don't sort of, you know, come down into the shot so much like a greenside bunker one and stay with my flex knees. I'll stand a little taller. I mean, the skill is in trying to clip the ball first and not take any sand first. So let me just try and concentrate and see if I can get this forward. Always screw your feet in, feel the texture of the sand, feel how deep it is. and we can go from there, can't we? Okay. I think we keep making these videos about my eyesight. I think it pitched on the front of the green and may have just spun off, but it wasn't a bad little shot. I think from a green side, from a fairway bunker, from 150 yards, you probably would take that, I guess. Didn't strike it too bad. I think the wind held it up a little bit. Anyway, so that's the first little quirk of the hole, a long fairway bunker shot potentially that you might get every now and then. I think it's so into the wind and a sticky fairway. It hasn't gone as far as I probably would normally go on a good day, but it's only left me. Well, we could get the. I brought my laser out for yardage, but yeah, I've spun that one off the front of that green. Never mind. Spinny. Right, should we do this properly? Are we still recording? Yeah. Okay, so nice drive straight down the middle. I think any of you considering a laser, and I don't use it much here, but you obviously use it when places you don't, but the lasers are much better to give me an exact yardage from here. So I'm going to tell you how far that is. It's a 99. So 99 is obviously a yardage that you can handle because you've probably been practicing some 100-yard shots. And yeah. Now there's a few ways that I can do this, but I'm not going to try and hit my sand iron really hard. I'm just going to hit my gap wedge and take a little bit off it because of the spin basically. If I land this short, I'll obviously spin it back down that slope and away. Still on winter rules, so let me give it a quick wipe. 6 inches no nearer the hole, thank you very much. So this is like a 3/4 gap wedge for me, and yeah. Probably couldn't have done any better than that. It's a lovely shot. So we're going to have a quick peep. Have a peep. This looks like the last group of this Mizuno competition. It's going to be slow. Yeah, we're going to catch them up in a minute. Yeah, I've got the greenkeepers behind me. I just said if you catch me up, let me go. I just sort of sneaked in between and, oh, they're good. Charlie and Nelson never realised what fabulous ball strikers they were. Charlie's on the first, needs pitching wedge from 150 yards, so it's a bit closer. I lent him my gap wedge because he didn't have one, stuck it straight by the flag. Nelson on the next hole just rifles a 7-iron straight to the middle of the green off the back tee. So tip of the day, do not play them for money. They are too good. They are too good. Right, two things to show you here. I hope this video is not going to be too long. Oh, there's my one that span off the green at the front there. I'll grab that in a minute. I'll show you how good this shot was, and then was, because here is the pitch mark, and there's the flag. We've got a bit of razzle dazzle on that. She's backed up to here. So just to make this video shorter, just gonna have one quick putt. It's a good old video when you forget your putter, isn't it? And it's miles away from the green. Right, everything goes towards the lake. So that means I need to be sort of, honestly don't know the line on this. With my pitch mark and the backspin, it's obviously backed up and gone that way, but that gives me a bit of a clue. Just have a roll and move on, otherwise it'll be a long video. Green's beautiful, no excuses. was straighter than I thought. Right, I'm going to just end there. Nice little par. I'm going to repair that pitch mark and show you something else interesting about this hole. One of the things I really like about the fifth is the bunkering around the green. You've got bunkers with steps going down to them. You know you're in trouble when you're in those, and they're perfectly positioned to catch those pushes, and then the other side potentially for a right-hander, a little shot off to the side over there. So yeah, the fifth, underrated, easy to go over the back in the summer. Hope you enjoyed that. See you all again next week. I'm going to play a few holes in the sun. So you can see it from this swing here that Ian has corrected it back in position.